Okay, this video is for Sharice Thomas, and I like to call it, Why the Fuck You Gotta Tip? Okay. I'm a server in a restaurant, and I'm pretty good at what I do, and I work very hard at what I do. And at the end of the week, I am rewarded for my hard work with $2.13 per hour.
Good for you! Good for you on accepting such low pay.
Now, federal minimum wage in my state, New Jersey, is about $7.15 or 50 cents or something like that. Well, I am paid $2.13 an hour.
I've got a solution for you. How about you get a job that pays minimum wage? That hard, wasn't it? I know. You're going to bring up the excuse about the economy sucks and how you can't find a minimum wage job. Well, how about you go to the nearest McDonald's and apply there? I'm sure they have a lot of opening positions.
And I am paid substantially lower because I am what is referred to as a tipped position. A tipped position is when the government recognizes that servers are tipped for their service, and thus their employers don't have to pay them as much because it is assumed that we will be tipped for what we do. So that means that the government expects that you are going to tip me. So when you say that you don't have to tip and that some days I get tipped and some days I don't and that's how it works, clearly shows that you've never worked in a restaurant and frankly shouldn't be allowed to enter a restaurant.
You should know. You work there. Some people tip, some people don't. Fair or not, that's how it works. Really? Really? You're saying that just because she doesn't tip, she shouldn't be allowed to enter a restaurant? What if the waitress or the waiter gives a bad service? Should I tip then?
Now, some could argue, which you didn't, that, it's not your responsibility to pay us, that's the restaurant's. Well, if we're all being paid $2.13 an hour, and your seafood salad, we'll say, costs you $20, guess how much that seafood salad costs when I'm making $10 an hour? Which, by the way, sweetheart, nobody is waiting on your ass for $10 an hour, I'll tell you that much. That's why we only get paid $2.13 an hour, and people tip us. And it's been this way for a really long time, and most people are able to grasp that concept. You're probably one of the...
It's funny how you claim that you want her to grasp that concept when you really can't yourself. You can't accept the fact that people sometimes tip and sometimes don't.
Few people in my life that I've encountered, unfortunately I haven't encountered you in person, that are just so unable to grasp such a simple concept. Now, you say that you and your friends went to a restaurant and you spent, I guess it was about $164 on some filet mignons and some nice drinks and a seafood salad, and you brag that you left $8 and some change as a tip. Now, you mentioned that some people tip 10 to 15% or...
Instead of complaining about how you didn't get tipped the appropriate amount, how about you just shut the fuck up and accept what you get? Because like I said before, not everyone tips.
Now, you're saying that you don't have to tip and that sometimes you paid for the meal and that's enough, and that he should be glad that you left any money at all.
So, by your standards, you're saying that even if the service is fucking pure shit, that I should tip. Honey bunny, I don't think so.
So, there are some nice alternatives for you. You can go to some really nice establishments. You might know them. In my area of the woods, we call them McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Arby's, KFC.
Wow, you just listed all the places that you could potentially find a job at that pays more than what you're doing now. Yes, that's right. Arby's, McDonald's, Burger King, all those fast food joints, they pay minimum wage. More than what you're getting now. So why don't you wake up? Why don't You realize that. Find another job. That's it. It's over.